because I got saved.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
And stop going over there. Stop going over there. So she just stopped. But she came out of Chicago into Albany. She had been separated from her husband. Coach, she didn't ask all this either. About being separated from her husband. Husband was nice too. Come on, tell you. I don't know where he was from. He might have been from Mississippi, I don't know. He worked for Machine Corporation, he was a truck driver. And then Bud Laybar come in there. He got Bud Laybar a job, Jack Johnson brother, as a floor sweeper. But he went in there as a floor sweeper and came out as an expert mechanic.
Amen.
That's the governor in Kingston.
He's Ella's father.
He's Ella's father. He was somebody special. He was special, smart. They have smart children too. Come and looked at me and said, Ella, man, she got a lot of room up there. I said, you want to change it? But he was in Missouri, I think, that time, you know. So I could tell when he was had money to change it anyway. Many good days, many good days. But the people had, they stood away from holiness. But somehow as the brothers came on, that's such a Reverend Holmes, Reverend Hunter, they would mingle with you more. Then the people, some of the other people called this too high for us. We were low rated.
Let me ask you, now, after Elder Tolliver was here, you say Elder Parson would come to Kingston once a month. But it didn't seem like any of them were really the pastor. When did he assign the pastor to Kingston?
When Elder Parson saw he couldn't get there, because Elder Parson went out to Hartford and built a church 1 year. He built a church. He was a builder. He was a evangelist, and also he was a builder. Now he signed, Elder Parson signed. Elder Johnson had more the spirit than Elder Tolliver. We want them to be just ministers, brothers. So Elder Parson signed the two of them to come down. Elder Tolliver had the car. And Elder Johnson had the spirit. He looked at, he knew we were sending. And Elder Tolliver had the car. Elder Johnson had the spirit. Send them down. But I don't know how that union broke up somehow. The union broke up between Johnson. I think Elder Johnson wanted to do something. He went a different route. Then later on, Brother Tolliver had the church.
Okay, let's stop a minute, Elvis, because she said the batteries.
Flashing. Let's see what it's.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's,
And I was telling you be ready to go?
Yes, sir.
So make a long story short, Sister Booth belonged out the church. And the pastor was not somebody, woman or man, don't push him around, the pastor went straight. So I don't know what happened with Sister Booth. Sister Booth just got ugly. So the pastor, you can't do that, you can't do that. Then she goes to Rome and joined church. She knew all the tricks because she came out of Chicago. And next time she come back to check, someone said, we got a deacon there to straighten you out too, Deacon Moore. So, and we used to know it. She said, I don't belong in this church anymore. I belong in Rome, New York. So as she went to Rome, New York, then she come in over a little mission in Schenectady. And 2 or 3 folks got saved, but both got saved. Both could understand she wasn't real what she was supposed to be. So then the minister come out from somewhere or another. But anyway, he come to minister a while. Then Elder Dix come in. He about, Dix was a preacher though. Dix could preach, no question about it. Dix could preach. And so they had to kind of stop her. Elder Parson kind of got her straightened out the way after a while. But other churches started that. Then Dix would come up from New Jersey preaching. And we used to go to church. Then I had come down to Newburgh at that time. And Dix came down, I forget the man's name now. This is the wife, look like Sister Mohan's been. You remember that? But that's for your time.
It was. I remember when old Dix first came down here
You remember?
in 50-something. Yeah. Must
When
have been
Dix preached, Sister Dix came from Jersey to meet him there.
Yeah.
Dix came out of Jersey. Then Sister Dix come
I
up
think
here.
that was in the 50s.
Come over here and call Hudson to go preach over here. Who Dix preached. When I heard Dix preach, there's so much different he was preaching than the old man preaching. So then later years, Dix got the church. And but this is the first place since Dix stopped. She come to Jersey over here passing New Jersey over here, because I can't think of the man's name now. But anyway, he put Dix up to preach. Dix preached. And Dix preached over here from then on to the guy. So he got church in Schenectady. We all work together. And as you go, you see different things that shouldn't be, some that should be. But that's the line of people. And Dixon, she was a charming lady. She's a sensible lady. And she was more business than her husband was in many areas. And she still is busy. I like it. Because her husband owed me some money. And Dick just been paid. I went all right. After Dick died, I didn't know he'd get a passbook loan. Sister Dick said, Elvis, I'm gonna pay you your money, I'm gonna get a passbook loan. She got a passbook loan, brought me by the chain, which was very much needed. And Sister Dixon going on now. Many things happen down the line. Sister Booth is the one that got hot with the pastor about something I don't know what about that. With the Rome joined church. Because we all went down the line together. And that's how the church got started in Schenectady.
Now, was Hollingworth part of this? Was he part of that group at all from '79? Hollingworth. Was he part of Elder Hollingworth?
No, Elder Hollingworth come out of Port Chester, White Plains, Port Chester. Hollingworth, he was a Baptist. And Elder Johnson was a Baptist. Elder Johnson got out of the field. And if you was field and somebody would tell a lie or tell the truth, then the pastor would call you in and find out more about the situation. Jack wasn't afraid of nobody, and Jack believed God would take care of him. Elder Richardson, the Waterbury Church, he used to live in Buffalo, but he was first cousin to Tolliver.
Okay. Now, is this where they had Richardson Memorial, where Elder, the one that got killed?
McDaniel.
McDaniel, was that the same Richardson?
Yeah.
Okay, how was he related to him in any way?
No, him but Tolliver was first cousin.
Okay.
He used to live in Albany, 108 Green Street. I knew him, but he didn't know me. And just about a year before I could say, because he worked up at West Albany transfer here. Then he went from Albany to Connecticut. But he couldn't break through somewhere, somehow or another. So Elder Johnson went out. Elder Parson had the, he wasn't just superintendent this time. That's before he got started in that. So Elder John, young minister going on, Elder Johnson just had a mind to go. Johnson went on into White Plains to Port Chester. There he come in contact with Hollywood. And Jack preaching was so strong. Till the road apart, till Jack come off the field. But it was too late then because Jack, Elder Richardson couldn't break through because he didn't have that evangelist stuff that John had. I forget the girl's name now. I used to come down and I tell you, she danced so she'd have to change her underwear.
I don't think I knew her.
We had to check. The girl there. And she was living with a man in the Waterbury, and she got saved. Jack Johnson. Her husband gonna cut her, Johnson. Johnson said, "You won't cut me. You won't cut me. Go ahead. You won't cut me." Man, Johnson fell out on his knee. He got saved. He died, assistant pastor at church.
So it looks like that Elder Parson was like the spiritual leader, and as a result of him, not only did new churches get started in New York, but churches got started in Connecticut and in the whole area. So they all sort of spring out of the work of Elder Parson. And is this true for New York City too?
So we had to go to Buffalo. I never went to Buffalo. But Buffalo's headquarters. I said, wait a minute, it don't make sense. We got to go 300 miles to Buffalo to convocation when you got convocation in Eastern New York. So old man J.E. Brown then was overseer. And because Mother Payton had the whole state of New York. And so some way, somehow or another, something happened to Elder Brown. I don't know just what happened. This must have been 32 or the first of 33. So in our apostle, no, we going to New York. It don't make that kind of sense. There was 15 churches and missions, I believe, in Eastern New York at that time. And the apostle went in to take Albany, Kingston, represented Albany and Kingston. That made 17. Then they moved Elder Kelly. Elder Kelly, he come out of Chicago, farmed out of Mississippi. And he put him up overseer. If Bishop Mason would come by, he'd stop praying. Elder Parsons would get just close to him and he'd get maybe stretch right out right at his feet. But because Elder Parsons would do that, Elder Kelly got to doing that. So goodness will follow people there. And you believe so good to somebody, but if there's any life to it. So when Elder Kelly came out of Chicago and come into New York on this end, and he got to be the overseer. Elder Kelly had a good mouth, but the old man had a good heart in him too. Had a good heart.
I'm coming back to Kingston now because I know Sister Charlotte wants to try to see Mother Betty's. But in Kingston now, so then we had Elder Tolliver, and for a while Elder Jack Johnson were working. And then, is that when after that he appointed you to be pastor?
That's who?
After Elder Tolliver and Elder Johnson, when did you come to Kingston?
I come to Kingston for later years. I came to Albany, I came to Dubuque first. I came to send me over here 8th day of August from New York, 1941. Go see what you can do. So I come over here and started working. But Cheatham got saved in the brickyard. So then, but he moved to Albany. He married Sarah and moved to Albany at that time. And we got kind of close. And I came to Kingston 41. I came to Newburgh 41. Started working out here. I commute to Albany. And I moved over here in 1944. Well, in the meantime, she was sitting in the elevators to tell you something. We got kind of close. What we had, we shared with one another. Which all the brothers did, but we did. So why don't you, Brother Tower ain't doing nothing in Kingston. Elder Johnson don't vote because Elder Johnson come out and went on the field. And you, like Elder Johnson being on the field. So Lord Apostle stopped Elder Johnson. Elder Johnson broke through the water barrier. And there's something happened between Elder Hudson, Sister Hudson, Elder Jack Johnson told him, all right. Apostle take Jack off the field. Every time the apostle write Jack a letter, Jack had been going somewhere else. Elder Richard couldn't break through in water barrier, so Jackman then broke through. Then Elder Harlan was living in not New Rochelle,
Port Chester.
Port Chester, and he was having a hard time there. But Jack had some strong preaching. Wrote up Apostle, take Jack on the field. And of course, young boys didn't know tricks. Didn't know the tricks, but the older ones knew them tricks. But Jack Johnson was telling about it, so Jack Johnson broke through. And whenever we younger boys got a chance to go down, we boys with families that couldn't get out. If we get the weekend holiday or something coming, we jump in the car and go out with them, maybe like Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. And that's how the work began to grow. But it was something. But some of the boys stood fast. some of the other boys didn't. But then El Parson didn't catch it with Jack. So Jack was out on the field, tell him, come in, come out in the field. When the old elders, then the pastor would come in and give him examination, kind of understand what the situation was. When he understand what the situation was. If you were right, he'd pat you on the back till you go in. And give you understanding how to bypass them folks. Because some folks you can bypass, some folks you can't use time. And that's why I hear the Harlan come in the picture. Then later years, white thing began to grow with. God. Must have been 34, 35, some was the name. El Parsons decided this